breaking down all of the severe weather potential here in Tallahassee, as well as points west of here and east of here, all next with this special report coming up on 1 o'clock right now. And let's break it down real quick for you to see what we could possibly expect. But first, let's look at what's currently going on across Tallahassee. This is a live look as of 1 o'clock. We've got the storm system, a couple spotty showers out ahead of the system, but this main low pressure is just over the Dallas area right now, and it's quickly intensifying and moving to the east. And we actually have a very recent tornado watch box up for parts of New Orleans now, and this will start to make its march eastward, and a very strong march at that. This is going to start moving over into our area over the day into tonight, and we're looking tonight, probably in the overnight hours, to this be the deadline of when this thing's going to get here and when things could start going downhill very quickly. This is a mid-latitude cyclone. This is going to be a strong one at that, very far south for this time of year, and this will start moving in our direction. Now let's break down what the Storm Prediction Center is showing across the southeast right now. We've got the light green, which indicates those thunderstorms. Thunderstorms are a possibility, but really what we want to point out is this red. This red is the moderate risk area, and this is all throughout the southeast, including the Panhandle, and this does include western Leon County. Now, moderate risk does indicate a very high chance for severe weather, including tornadoes, hail, and strong winds. Now, Tallahassee itself and the Florida State University is under an enhanced risk of severe weather. This is also a very high index for this area for seeing severe weather. So severe weather, very much likely at this point. Now we're just going to prepare you on what you could possibly expect overnight tonight and how to prepare for a severe weather threat that is happening overnight. This is a bit of an interesting factor. Now, something historical I want to point out. The last time we had a moderate risk, it was April 2nd, 2009. And what did that result in? Well, it resulted in a lot of flooding and numerous power outage and wind damage reports. The maximum wind gust was 61 miles per hour on the FSU golf course. But the big difference here, well, this came in the afternoon, during the day. Everyone knew this one was coming, but tonight we're going to be, likely many of us are going to be asleep here at the FSU Weather Center. We're going to be wide awake, covering this storm and covering the cyclone all throughout the night because this could be a doozy. Now, this is what we saw back then. What we're going to see now could result in much of the same situation. A lot of trees down, possibly some power outages, and an isolated tornado is not out of the question at all. But exactly why is this happening? Well, we've got this dip in the jet stream coming down, really amplifying all of the energy that's already in this area right now. You can see the low pressure kind of spinning around here. You've got this cool air coming from the north, and you've got this warm air coming from the south. Those are going to meet and create havoc for the area where that is meeting. The atmosphere is starting to get back into balance because right now it's certainly out of balance, and the process of it getting back into balance is this outbreak of severe weather. Now, exactly where that jet stream going? Well, the jet stream are those winds up at high levels. Now, here's one of our models that show where this jet stream's going. This is a good indication of where severe weather could be. So where we have these stronger winds, just ahead of the winds is where you can have the strong severe weather potential as well as tornado potential as well. Now, this is Wednesday morning. This is when the strongest winds will be over us. The severe weather will not be over us then. That'll be when it starts to move out, but we're thinking maybe noon tomorrow to 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoons when this thing's going to start pushing through. You could see that's going to start moving through. This is tomorrow evening. That'll kick through with the jet stream and bring in some cooler temperatures and nicer conditions once we get through this. So we've got we got a very crazy 24 hours coming up. Maybe not necessarily here exactly, but I am expecting quite a bit of severe weather for the southeast in the next 24 hours. So be watching this one carefully. We also have a tornado risk out there. And what exactly does this mean? We'll break it down right now. This is the percent chance that a tornado, an EF2 to EF5 strength tornado, could form within 25 miles of any given point. So let's say you pick a point like Tallahassee here. 25 miles out and around, so a radius of that area, is where you have your percentage chance. So right now we've got a 10% chance of seeing that within that 24-hour or 25-mile radius. Now that is very high. Don't let these low numbers fool you. With that type of percentage, it's quite high, especially for this area, especially for this time of year. So these numbers are very high. We're seeing 15% in parts of western Leon County. That's where we have the moderate risk right now. Now, we'll be watching the chance for tornadoes very closely. These are going to be long track, strong tornadoes. These aren't going to be EF0. These could be stronger tornadoes. So we'll be watching that very carefully as well. and the hail potential is there too. Now let's break this one down one final time here with our final graphic once our computer system tries to kick into play. We're going to break it down with the severe weather threat. Biggest message we could send tonight, have an app, have a radio, have some sort of notification that when there's a warning that you get pushed that particular information. Now, all kinds of iPhones have weather apps, weather emergency systems built into them where you're going to get the message at 3, 4 in the morning if there is an alert. Don't let it scare you. Just be aware that this could come. Keep the volume on loud tonight because you'll need it. Breaking down the threats, I am expecting possibly a low to moderate tornado threat. Wind threat, straight line winds is going to be a big factor here. That'll probably prompt any severe thunderstorm warning for the area. Winds could be high. Last time we did see this, like I said, we saw 60-mile-per-hour winds. I wouldn't expect much deviation from that with this one. Hail, another big possibility here with this system. Some strong hail and some severe hail in some places, so be ready for that. And flooding also a possibility with the torrential downpours in low-lying areas. Flooding is a possibility. And as seen below here, the main threat, straight line winds, tornadoes, and hail. Really the gambit with this one. Everything's coming in terms of what could, the chances of it. But we'll be watching it very closely here because right now, just be aware. Be aware. Don't be scared. We'll be watching it closely here. Most likely you'll be sleeping at night when this is happening. So just be inside. Keep your cars inside if you can. Tie down any loose objects and just be aware what could possibly be coming. And like I said here, have those weather radios or apps and notification systems ready because some of the deadliest storms that can come through at night because you don't know they're coming. So be aware, be weather aware. It is Severe Weather Awareness Week here on the FSU campus, and this is a good event for us to learn what to do in the chance of tornadoes or strong storms. So this is going to be a Tuesday night and Wednesday morning ordeal. Should be out of the way by Wednesday afternoon, but we'll be watching it closely. We've got the full breakdown on the show tonight. We've got team coverage of the severe weather coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, and all night tonight we'll be covering the storm as well. So that's it for now here from the FSU Weather Center, the Storm Center today. I'm student meteorologist Matt Reagan. Don't forget to tune in tonight at 6 o'clock live on 4FSU and on livestream.com/FSU Weather for team coverage of the severe weather situation. Thank you.